Hi, my name's Mark and welcome to the ranch. It's fall here in Connecticut, and that means it's starting to get cold, and Halloween is right around the corner. And I got this crazy idea about a month ago, and I wondered if it would be possible to grill a burger using a pumpkin. So I picked up a pumpkin, I'm gonna carve it up, and we're gonna see if we can do just that. This might be a complete failure, or may actually work. We'll find out shortly. The pumpkin is carved and ready to go. I cut in some eyes and a nose, mainly to allow airflow through the pumpkin so that it would act like a grill. And I did something similar to the back, just put a couple of small slots in there too. In order to safely perform this experiment, I decided to put the pumpkin inside my Weber kettle. And I propped it up with some fire bricks. I lined the bottom with a little bit of aluminum foil. And I think this will be a safe environment should this pumpkin decide to melt, catch on fire, explode, or any other potential way it might meet its demise. I put about 18 charcoal briquettes into this chimney starter, and I'll get this going and then we'll pour it into the pumpkin. And lastly, we'll put the burger on. I added a little bit more charcoal and also a piece of oak wood in there. It's not as hot as I would like it to be at this point. Probably needed more ventilation underneath the pumpkin to draw air up through it as opposed to from the sides. But we'll see what happens. I just flipped the burger over to see how it was cooking on that one side. And it is cooking, but it's not cooking as fast as I had hoped. And there is definitely an interesting pumpkin aroma in the air. I just flipped it over to see how that second side was cooking, and it's actually cooking a little better than the first. I think it's starting to heat up a little bit more. I think with the combination of time for this really to heat up and the chunk of oak wood I put in there, this fire is really going, and it's definitely grilling that burger. Let's take the temperature. It's pretty much done there. So I will call that a success. It actually grilled a hamburger, and the fire really got going in there. And I said before it has an interesting smell in the air. It's actually not bad. I'm not really a big fan of pumpkins or pumpkin spice or pumpkin pie, but the smell actually, with the combination of the fire and the wood and the charcoal and the burger, it's pleasant. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna try this burger, but might as well, right? It's cooked. Burger. Tastes like a burger. I overcooked it a little bit. I was trying to get it to have a good char on the outside, but it's interesting. It does have a, I don't want to say a pumpkin taste, but I guess it is a pumpkin taste. It definitely has a little bit of a smoky, pumpkin-y flavor, but it's not horrible. I mean, I certainly wouldn't make this again. It was just something fun to try. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that it worked as well as it did. I'm weird. Let's visit the inner sanctum of the pumpkin grill. One of the things I find interesting about this experiment is that the pumpkin isn't even hot. It's actually pretty well insulated. I mean, most of the heat is obviously coming right out of the top, but I was kind of expecting it to be warm, but on certain areas of the pumpkin, it's still cool to the touch. That was a totally stupid and goofy thing to do, but it was a lot of fun, and it actually surprisingly worked. I thought maybe the charcoal would burn right through the bottom of the pumpkin. It didn't. In fact, like I showed you, the outside of the pumpkin was still pretty cool to the touch. In the end, it cooked the burger to temperature. It was at 160 when I took it off. Wasn't the best tasting burger I've ever had, but I guess if you were out camping somewhere and you forgot your grill, but you happen to have a pumpkin laying around, you could grill some burgers.
Thank you, Mr. Pumpkin, for a good time.
I hope you enjoyed this silly fall-themed video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you're not already a subscriber to my page, please click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time at the ranch.